Why do we scream at each other? This is what it sounds like when doves cry. Purple rain, purple rain, purple rain, purple rain. I only want to see you, baby, in the purple rain. Woo! I might do a podcast one day on Michael Jackson versus Prince. I'm a Michael Jackson girl, always will be, but there's no question that Prince had his own thing going on, had his own unique talent. And in terms of being a musician, Prince was better. But in terms of being a performer, an endearing performer, Michael Jackson slays him, in my opinion. In terms of, Prince played instruments. Michael Jackson wasn't an instrumenter. He was a live physical performer. And I'm not saying that Prince wasn't a physical performer, but when it comes to revolutionizing, like dancing, dance moves, choreography, Michael Jackson definitely takes the lead with that. When it comes to worldwide popularity, it's definitely MJ. But anyway, I'll go into that another time. So Dave has been going at it. None of yous have been in the presence of the Holy Family. I was actually there. I spent 45 minutes with Cindy, Jamie, Rod. Man, Comedy Gold is on Dave's channel. He needs to change that channel to a comedy channel. My goodness. I am friends with Cindy Watts, Miss Spencer. And you're not. Caroline D, you are in love with Frankie Jr. big time. I defended you, Caroline. I defended you. I will say, among all the stuff that Dave said and all the colourful language he used, I did agree with one thing, and that is Miss Spencer's absolute infatuation with Cindy Watts. It's become an absolute obsession, Miss Spencer. Absolutely agree with that. I agree with everything he said about Menza, minus the colourful language, and I'll just leave it at that. Why does he do it that way? If they say why, da 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 da. Why, oh why? I can't sing to save my life, but I can tell you Prince's songs are easier to sing than Michael Jackson's. Why does he do it that way? I'm like living this way. I'm like loving this way. Prince's songs are easier to sing. Now, speaking of Frankie, let's get on to that. And people are going to cringe and they're going to be like, oh no, she's back on that topic again. Or the Crowdjustice. Yes, I'm going to talk about the Crowdjustice Fund. Yes, I'm going to talk about refunds. Yes, I'm going to talk about it. You've had a bit of singing. You've had comedy, SNL skits. And now we're going to get to some more serious talk. I'm a genius, man. No, I'm just kidding. Now, Frankie Jr. Wrote a community post, and I don't usually, talk about his community posts. He knows everything that goes on my channel. I mean, he's upset with me, and he has every right to be. But I know that he watches my channel. I mean, he knows exactly what I'm saying. He knows exactly what I say on my channel. And I completely understand his feelings about Dave going to where his family are. I completely understand. Not only do I understand, but I have great sympathy. I really do. With that said, I think it's about time for us to see some progress. And I actually commend Frankie for leaving this comment up. And I'm not gonna say who it's by, although you probably will see it. I commend him for leaving this comment up, and I think it's from a Rusek supporter. Why has your lawyer done nothing, Frankie? I don't see one single thing he has managed to do. If there has been things happening and it's been kept behind the scenes, I understand that. But my concern is that he has been paid a lot of money to help your family, and it doesn't seem he is doing anything at all for that large amount of money. And I agree. I agree with what this lady has said. Getting justice is not as easy as we'd all like to believe. And when we go down the road of seeking justice, that's when we truly understand that, we don't just click our fingers and justice happens. And that's why I'm very skeptical that there is going to be any court case. And I'm just very skeptical overall, especially with the Claire Morgan situation, with what happened with that. I'm very skeptical. Now, a lot of people want refunds. They feel like they donated their money to the Crowdjustice and the money isn't being utilized the way they were told it would be. So this guy has said, or this person has said, whether it's a male or female, I don't actually. I donated a lot of money with good intentions and it has not been utilized as said. Anyone can ask for a refund if money is donated and not used as intended. Blah, 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 blah. Now, what I will say about that, and I speak to quite a lot of people who want their refunds. They gave their money, they want their money back. And I understand. It's been a long time now. And not only has the Crowdjustice, since I mentioned the Crowdjustice stalling, it has gone up slightly. I don't know how much it's gone up by. Since I first mentioned the fact that it's stalled, I think it's gone up by about £100 or a little bit more than that. But still, it's nowhere near the stretch target. Unfortunately, I'm not going to tell people what they want to hear. I'm going to tell you what my truth is. The truth is from my perspective. It's going at a snail's pace. Maybe I will inject some more life into it, but by bringing some awareness to it. And I think even if it gets to the stretch target, I don't believe that this is going to court. Unfortunately, however, for people who want refunds, and I completely understand, I don't think it's going to happen. And that's unfortunate. So that's what I will say about that. I still have empathy and sympathy for the Rusek family, and I still love Frankie Jr. He'll be happy to know that, but he won't admit it. Yeah, and that's what I will say about that. So this is the end of the podcast, guys. Oh, one more thing. You know what? I'm going to leave that for another podcast.